Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome to my new series. I'm going to be covering some car industry news, car YouTuber news, and also anything I find interesting in and around cars, whether it's modified stuff, new releases from manufacturers, tuning car parts that might be released. All of this sort of stuff you're going to see in this video. This is a tester for me to see how it goes. I've been working from home a lot more recently, and I want to be creating. I love doing YouTube, so I thought, why not start something new in a completely different manner? So I hope you like the setup, and let's just get straight into what I've got to tell you today. So first up, I want to tell you about the new Toyota GT86 that is arriving summer 2021. I'm really excited for this car. I actually got lucky and took over to Sweden with Toyota, where I got to play with the current gen GT86, and the only thing I could fault the car with was slight lack of power, but it was still horrendously good to drive, super fun, amazing balance. It was a brilliant car. They've really been looking to up the levels on this, and they're going to be calling it the new GR86. So I actually got the information that I'm about to tell you off of Drive Tribe. I was browsing to see what some stuff I could talk to you about. So all of the information came from Drive Tribe, and I will link that article down below if you want to read in a bit more detail. But the key points that I want to put across here, all this information looks like it was leaked from a dealer conference. The Drive Tribe are pretty confident that this information is accurate. So the main details that has been leaked from all of this is the big news is the engine change. The current GT86 engine produced by Subaru, and Subaru will still be creating their very own BRZ out of this. And it looks like that they are now going to be producing a 2.4 litre Boxer engine. We'll be hitting around 256 brake horsepower to 260 horsepower. There's no figures 100%. This is all, like I said, leaked information, which is awesome because that's an extra 60 on top of what we got in the last one, which is going to be really fun. And they are now producing a 2.4 litre flat 4 engine. Will it be turbocharged? We don't know yet. We can dream, Toyota, right? But this, I'm sure there will be turbo conversions coming out for them down the line from aftermarket tuners regardless. Very exciting news. So the code name, as Drive Tribe called it, for the engine is an FA24. And this has actually currently been developed in one of the Subaru SUVs. So they've got the platform for the engine, but we are going to hope they're going to up the rev limit from the 5,400 back up to a playful rev range, which we can all keep our fingers very much crossed for. So we're very excited for the Toyota. Well, I myself am very excited for the Toyota Subaru crossover after driving the previous GT86 and getting to have a lot of fun with it. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for that. And they do also believe that this engine could be the starting point for the next STI WRX Impreza for a 400 odd brake horsepower aim. So like I said, links down below from where I get all this information from. I'm not trying to say I've got some inside loops and stuff. Not trying to like rip anybody off either. Credit where it's due. I just want to bring all that information together in my own little package. So next up is another car that I am very excited about. Now, it's technically not a car, I guess. It's a pickup truck, and they are currently taking pre-orders very soon for this. But this car doesn't actually exist at the minute. It's from an American company called Nicola. Not quite sure how it's pronounced. I've never actually heard somebody say it, so I don't know how it's pronounced. It's Nicola to me as an English guy, and they are creating electric and hydrogen powered trucks and lorries. I'm going to call them lorries because obviously we have the differences, but like it would be a truck in America, but pickup trucks and lorries and like fun, you know, like the buggies and all that sort of stuff. They're creating lots of different stuff. They've actually as well, this doesn't look like just a quick startup company online. They've actually had full backing from the US Department of Energy for fuel cell research, getting a $1.7 million grant to be able to start implementing their technology and into vehicles. Not just that though, they're also looking to implement a full hydrogen network across the US to start with, and it sounds very interesting to me. I am really excited by the thought of these electric vehicles. Okay, you lose the exciting sound of a petrol engine, but it doesn't mean they're going to stop us using them altogether just yet. This new technology is pretty crazy. They're actually starting to take, like I said, take deposits for this. Now the truck looks insane. Let me just get this up real quick. As you can see, it's got a lot of neon lights all over it, as the electric cars tend to do. The big light bar on the front, real big, aggressive looking thing. To me, it looks like a bit of a cross between a Ford F-150 and one of those Mercedes 4x4s. The massive internal screens remind me very much of the Tesla, and I'm a big fan of this. I really can't wait. Now, even more interesting to me are the stats. 0 to 60 in this truck, 2.9 seconds. 2.9 seconds. In a pickup truck, 455 brake horsepower with a 600-mile range, 50-50 split between the battery and the fuel cell, and it can tow 8,000 pounds, which is the equivalent of 3,600, which is sick for towing. That's great. That's really, really, really good. I'm very excited about the prospect of this. I can only imagine it's going to be very, very expensive, but I'm going to wait and see. This could be something that I really get into, this sort of like electric car stuff. I'm really excited by it, if I'm completely honest. I want to touch on, in the middle of this, some YouTuber news. So I wanted to give a shout out to 2 channels that I'm a fan of and people that I'm a fan of as well. So my friend Jamie FYD has recently picked up a Ford Escort Series 1 RS Turbo, and it's so good to watch him enjoying this car. He's wanted one for ages. I've spoke to Jamie since I really started my YouTube career. He was one of the first YouTubers I touched base with and really got to know. He's always been a big fan of the classic Fords, and to see him and how happy he is in this Series 1 Escort makes me feel happy. So I'm going to link his channel down below, so make sure you go give him some love. Another YouTuber that's doing something really exciting to me is LivinglifeFast. My friend Ricky, he is currently undertaking a 1,600 brake horsepower build with the help of JM Imports on his channel on a GTR 35. Definitely worth going over and keeping check on. He films beautifully. He's very knowledgeable. He works with fantastic companies. I cannot wait to see this absolute beast, and hopefully I can get a passenger ride in it, and if I get really lucky, he'll let me do a review on it and go from there. But I've linked both of those guys down below. Definitely worth checking out. If you've got any recommendations for me on YouTube that I should check out, let me know down below and I'll check it out. So getting back to the car news, Ferrari Roma will launch early 2021. Something for Ferrari fans to look forward to for sure. Turbocharged 3.9 litre V8, 611 brake horsepower, which will rev up to 7,500 RPMs, 561 foot-pounds of torque at around 5,700 RPMs. It's going to be awesome. 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, top speed of 199 miles an hour, and a 0 to 62 time in 3.4 seconds. It's going to be a beast. And all with a retail price of only £180,000. Oh man, to be in that sort of position to buy a car like that. Absolutely crazy. I want to finish up today. I've got one more story for you guys today that I found that I thought would be interesting to you and to me myself. Honda will now be supplying its new limited edition Civic Type R as the official safety car to the WTCR FIA World Touring Car Cup in 2020. Now, I have not really experienced this new Type R in its fullest, but I did get very lucky and I got to go and watch it be built with Mr. Honda Pro Jason. And I also have a podcast coming out with him very, very soon on my main channel, which I will link down below. I also wanted to touch on this FK8 Type R because Mugen are also releasing a line of parts for it. And I could not believe the price of these parts. So the two I really want to pick out is the carbon bonnet and the carbon spoiler. And although the spoiler itself will have adjustability in it, so you can change the downforce, which the original spoiler on Honda never actually did anything from what I understand, you can now get one from Mugen at the very low price of £10,651. Jesus, that is so extortionate for a carbon spoiler. I don't know how anyone can justify these prices, by the way. I'm a bit disappointed by them. I'm only being honest. I'm very disappointed with the price of these items. I can't see how they can justify this. The carbon bonnet itself comes in even more expensive at £11,834 and some pennies chucked on. Okay, I understand they're made out of some very high quality carbon fiber, but I think because the price of this is just personal opinion. I think because the price of the Civic Type R is in luxury car territory, I feel like they're almost expecting the owners of these cars to be willing to pay luxury car price tags on their aftermarket parts too. I can't see many people, if anybody, buying them in England. If anybody does, they're going to have some deep, deep pockets. Good luck to them. I'm not trying to stop anyone getting them if you can afford it. I just don't feel like it's realistic for what they are doing. But yeah, that's the news, and that is what I have got for you today. If you've got any stories you want me to check out and cover, let me know down below in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. I hope you like the new setup. If there's anything else you want me to look at, your favourite YouTubers, etc., that you might want to bring to the channel, they don't have to have large followings. I'm happy to cover everyone. I'm very, very grateful for you tuning in. Please hit subscribe if you are new here, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Peace.